Hello and welcome to week 16 of 52 tiny paintings in 2026. We've got roosters. All right, there's this guy. I love the colors of that one. This one, not my favorite. To be honest, none of them are my favorites. This one I actually like, except how I put tail feathers on both sides. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, it's not that bad. This one reminds me of a side ponytail from the 1980s. And then this was the one I ended up doing. So I did use some salt in this, which is totally optional, just kind of a fun little way to add texture. So many fun ways to play with this one. Now, if you don't like how it's going off the page, you'll just need to kind of shift everything to the left a little bit. I like to leave a little space in front of a subject when it's looking off one way or the other. It's fine. It's just back to my old photography days. Anyway, we're going to have fun with this. Let's just stop talking and get right into it. And I am going to start with a sketch today. You can skip ahead in the timestamps if you don't want to draw first. And we're going to do a basic shape. You can call it a teardrop or an egg shape with a very skinny top for the head. And yeah, we're going to keep it very simple. You can kind of just see it's very basic. And then for me, I need a little guidance because I forget, like, I want him to be wearing his pants, AKA his thighs. But not always, I often forget to add those in. So I'm just going to draw those in so I don't forget. And then his little legs will come out here. Don't need to pencil those in personally, but you can. And then, this stuff up here, you don't have to do this either. I just am drawing in a beak, his little waddle, and then also the comb. And I'm just making it a funky little shape. You can do whatever you want for that. Make it spiky or wobbly, whatever you want. And then just put a little eyeball in there. You can add the feathers too if you want. And we're just going to leave it at that to get us started. So for our colors, I'm using Maillon paints. This is sienna, this is coal black, then we've got cadmium yellow and cadmium orange and madder red. So I'm showing you these. I'm not going to be mixing them, but I wanted you to see because chances are you might not be using Maillon paints. But so I want you to just see what the colors look like so you can choose similar colors if you would like. I'm starting with sienna and I put a little bit in the chicken's body and then I just added water, speeding you up as I fill it in because I'm just continuing to add water and sienna, and I made him a little bit chunkier too. While that's still wet, I'm adding some coal black, and you can see I'm just kind of dotting it in. This was not super planned, other than I wanted these colors. And yeah, you can look at it, step back. Is that too splotchy? You can blend them in if you want. Really, the sky's the limit on what you do with these chickens because they are just fun and whimsical. And I'm blending a little bit because it was a little too much of the dots for me. So just tapping around and blending everything in. Now, letting this remain very wet and not to the point where there's puddles or anything, but I'm going to bring in some Celtic salt. You do not have to do this. I'm just going to show you how much I'm using. Not very much, obviously. This is a very small painting. You've probably seen me do this in other videos, perhaps. And just going to sprinkle the salt on there and let it do its thing. And I am going to let this sit for a minute before I take the dryer to it. You can let it sit, you can let it air dry. It does take quite a bit of time. Can you hear the birds in the background? Anyway, the birds are really chattering. Sorry, easily distracted. I think that was on my report card in elementary school. All right, I'm just going to use this. It has been sitting for a minute now. I'm going to use my little dryer just to show you how the salt flies everywhere and to just drive home that this is a messy process. And now I'm going to just kind of rub it off with my hands. If you've seen me do the salt technique in previous videos, you know that I generally use an old credit card or old gift card, whatever. But I'm just using my good old thumb for this one. And I will use a credit card later on because I'll do it again. All right, speeding you through this because I'm just coming in with sienna again. This is just sienna with some water, keeping it wet, and putting in some more black. This is an optional step. Pretty much everything I do is optional. Just play and have fun and do what you like. But showing you this because I wanted my colors to be just a little bit more vibrant because, watercolors dry lighter than what we see when they're wet. And just kind of blending everything in here. I really like these colors. I got to go to a friend's farm recently and there was a rooster that was just crowing and crowing If I think about it at the end of this video, I will put a video in of him crowing because it was so funny and I just had such a fun time. I love animals. Okay, sorry, back to the painting. I just have water on my brush, and in case you were as distracted as I am, you might have missed that I put some water kind of outside of the chicken and then I moved it in towards the chicken. I'm just softening up the edges because I like how that looks. And I've decided to add one more color here, and this oddly is called turkey blue. Actually, it's not that odd. I just looked up why it's called turkey blue, and I won't bore you with that. But okay, now I'm going to take our turkey blue, and while the background is still wet, I'm just very carefully adding it in. I was kind of avoiding where the legs are going to go just because I don't want the blue to interfere. Oh, I got it up in the comb, so I'm just kind of like, and on the beak and wattle. So I'm just kind of, I don't know, blotting it with my finger and just adding some more color. And anyway, I didn't want it to interfere with the legs that I'm going to be painting in, but it doesn't. It's light enough that it's not going to happen. But you can see I'm just adding some more of the blue, and I'll speed you through that because it's just adding blue onto the wet background because I think it looks nice with our chicken colors that the way they are. More salt, everything is still wet. This was just a spur of the moment decision. I did not plan on putting a background in A, or B, putting salt on the background. So, and I was going to let this just sit for a minute, but oh, and then I realized it's too wet still. So I'm glad I just did it on the background because it will move the paint around if it's still wet under the salt. But anyway, back to what I was trying to say. My phone ran out of space, so I had to transfer some videos and pictures to an external hard drive. So I ended up letting it sitting for probably 5 or 6 minutes before I used my dryer on it. Again, you can see messy, messy, but I don't know. I still kind of like it. This is where I'm bringing in my old Walmart gift card, and I think this part is kind of satisfying and kind of messy, but it gets the job done. So you just scrape off the salt. Of course, again, make sure everything is very dry, or else you're just going to smear the paint all around the painting. Okay, all that is all ready to go. Now we're ready to work on the beak and the feet and all the little features here. So I'm just bringing in cadmium yellow to start, and I'm doing the beak. And while I've got it on my brush, we'll just come down and do our little chicken legs as well. I don't really study chickens. I mean, I don't really study my subjects, period, because I'm not trying to be scientifically accurate on these, in case you can't tell. But yeah, I just think we're going to have fun here. And I did actually look up the wattle and the comb because for once I was like, wait, why do they even have those? But I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so I now have cadmium orange on my brush, and I'm just going right over the cadmium yellow while it's still wet, just because that's the color I want my chicken little beak and legs to be. So you can make them purple. This does not have to be like mine at all. And I made that leg so fat and did not mean to, but whatever, it's fine. I tried to wipe it off with my thumb. Again, another professional move, but we'll just play with pens later. And, kind of looks like he's bending his leg and whatever. It's fine. Or maybe it's a softball injury and he got a swollen knee. Okay. Now we are going to our madder red. Our orange and yellow, everything's are dry. And I'm going to go paint in our wattle here and then the comb. Okay, back to my little research, whatever. I Googled it, because I thought, well, there's always a chance that maybe God just wanted to create them for some whimsy and to make us smile, right? No, there's a purpose for them. They are to help cool the bird. Okay, I didn't look into it that deeply, but that's their purpose. And I just think that is the neatest thing. And yeah, okay, there they are. This is a size 2 brush. I have been using a size 6 and a size 0. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but kind of just use whatever brushes feel right to you. You don't have to use the same size that I'm using. I'm just flicking in the tail now. I've got sienna back on my brush. I overworked the tail. I will tell you, I like kind of where it is right now and just kind of fill it in a little bit. But as you saw in the beginning. I made it a lot bigger, so that's okay. Because like right now, it could just be the tail like that, but me overworking it made it go off the page. Again, that might not bother you, or it might. So, act accordingly, paint accordingly. And now I'm just, while the sienna is still wet, I'm adding coal black just for some contrast in there. And I think it adds extra whimsy as well. I'm going to speed up this portion just a tad because it's just me flicking lines in there. And it's kind of funny when I watch these videos back because I'm like, wow, I really could have stopped on that tail at any given time here. But like I said, I just kept going. And then I ended up filling most of it in with the sienna and then just blending it till I kind of liked what I saw. You know, it's fine. You're not going to love all of them. I'm not going to love all of them. All right, that's completely dry. I'm coming in with a micron size 8 to just add some of the definition and some more whimsy. And for the eye, just a simple black dot. And then you can just decide how much scratchy lines you like. Okay, for this guy, I really liked all the texture in the belly that I drew in with our pen. So I'm going to scribble those lines in here as well. Again, I say it often, but there's new people here, so I'm going to say it again. If you don't like scratchy lines, you don't have to add them. You don't have to add any lines, but you can see here, I like to go rogue here. I like to spike them out a little bit further out from the color. Sometimes I go in the color with them. Like here, you can see I'm just scribbling away, and it makes me so happy. And then sometimes slow it down, and I go around the beak a little bit more neatly. My hope is that you're just able to play, have fun, see what you're capable of. I'm loving seeing everybody's posts in our community here on YouTube, which is free. So hop on over there and post your paintings if you would like. And if you're not comfortable with that, just come over and see what everybody else is painting. All right, I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to come in with my white gel pen. And I'll zoom you in here to show you just the simplest little reflection in the eye that I added here. And then we're going to scribble away with our white pen. At least I am. You do not have to. But am I alone? Does that add something? It adds it. For me, it just really does. I like what the black and white pens add to our little chicken here. All right, just play with it till you like it. You know what I mean? And I'd say we're good here. All right, this is our last little. Oh, okay, my lead broke. It's fine. I'm having struggles today. Okay. Oh, this is actually our second to last farm animal theme painting of April. So that means I need to be getting a poll out pretty soon so we know what we're going to be painting in May. I love you guys participating in those polls because it gives me an idea what you want and gives me an idea ahead of time what I'm going to be painting. All right, just going to bring him a little bit closer so you can see the texture that the salt added. Again, optional, but have fun with it if you'd like. And by golly, thanks for joining me again today. And I will see you next Tuesday, if not before. Either way, until next time, take good care of yourself, and I will talk to you very soon.